when I was telling you the Buddha story, I told you that he went to an extreme and then he talked about this middle path. Now, his middle path is pretty extreme for us, but middle path as such is a concept which I find very useful in mindfulness practice, which is that there is this urge to eat the sweet, right? Now, it's very ironical. The more I stop it, the more that urge pushes me, right? Then in my practice, what do? I turn my attention now to the urge and how it feels in the body. Without telling myself, this is what I find useful, without telling myself that I'm not going to eat this sweet. What I usually say is that I will check the urge, I will stay with it, I will let it peak and come down, and then see how much I need to eat. So I'm not eating out of the urge. I am not abandoning and like shutting the idea down, because then my whole system would resist or push against it. And this is for anything. I mean, it need not be just for sweet. But the idea is that I will first watch what is that feeling of wanting. What does that want feel like in my body? And that's why the body practice is extremely necessary. Because if I want to know what that urge feels like, I will only be able to know what it feels like in my body. That's the only tangible component of emotion, which is what we were just going to do. So the tangible component of emotion is manifested in the form of bodily sensations, right? So if I can check that, and if I have learned because of my practice to stay with that, without making stories, without fixing, compassionately, I moved with my urge exactly in the same manner. I wait and watch and create that ability to sort of be with it. And then after I tide it over, right? Then I see if I want to take a bit of the sweet and maybe not eat the whole, but eat a little bit. But that's not then out of reactivity. I am checking because automatically what is happening is I'm having an urge to eat something. That urge can be coming from emotional reasons, boredom, like 100 reasons, or genuinely a need for sweet. I don't know where it is coming, pleasure, all kinds of things, right? And even that movement towards pleasure comes from lack of it in this moment. So all motivations come from some kind of a push from this space or a pull from the other space, right? So the idea then is that, can I just be with this space as it is? Now, what that will do in the long term is it will reduce my tendency to grasp at things on impulse all the time. It will even not only it will reduce my eating in a particular way, it will also reduce my tendency to just say what I think. It will reduce my like just to say without thinking, or act without thinking, or be angry. I mean, it will have an effect on everything. Because then and that's not because I don't want to be a certain way, that's because I want to really check with myself and see what's a wholesome response. But for that, I first have to stay with what's coming up in my system. So that's why the body is important, to be able to work with emotions, which is related to urges. It's called urge surfing. If you Google it, you'll find it.